Long ago, the earth was filled with people. Cities grew, families multiplied, and humanity spread across the land. But the hearts of people had turned away from God. Violence, hatred, and wickedness filled the earth. Yet, in the middle of this darkness, there was one man who remained faithful. His name was Noah. Noah walked with God. While the world around him followed evil, Noah chose obedience. He trusted God, even when he stood almost completely alone. One day, God spoke to Noah and revealed something beyond human understanding. God told Noah that a great flood was coming. The waters would cover the earth, but God would provide a way for Noah and his family to be saved. It would be a massive wooden vessel, large enough to carry Noah, his family, and animals of every kind. Noah listened. He did not argue. Day after day, he and his sons cut timber, shaped wooden beams, and built the great ark. The structure grew larger and larger. People watched from a distance. Some wondered what Noah was doing. Others laughed at him. He had never seen a flood like the one God had promised. He had no evidence that could convince everyone around him. He had only God's word. And for Noah, God's word was enough. Through years of work, Noah remained faithful. The ark was not built because Noah understood everything. It was built because Noah believed God. Then the day finally came. God commanded Noah to enter the ark with his family. And something extraordinary began to happen. Animals came toward the ark, 2 by 2. Elephants walked across the land. Lions approached peacefully. Deer, sheep, horses, bears, birds, and countless other creatures came toward the great vessel. Noah and his family guided them inside. The animals were prepared. Everything was ready. The moment Noah had been waiting for had arrived. The door of the ark stood open, but soon it would close. Noah, his wife, his sons, and their wives entered the ark. The animals were safely inside. Then the massive wooden door slowly closed. Outside, the sky became dark. The wind began to rise. Clouds covered the heavens. Inside the ark, Noah and his family waited. They could not see what was coming, but they knew they were exactly where God had told them to be. Then came the first drops of rain. One drop. Then another. And suddenly, the heavens opened. Rain poured down upon the earth with unimaginable power. Thunder shook the sky. Rivers overflowed. Water rushed through valleys and across the land. The waters continued to rise. And then, the ark began to move. The enormous vessel lifted from the ground and floated upon the rising waters. Inside, Noah and his family held onto the wooden beams as the ark rocked upon the waves. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain continued. The earth disappeared beneath the flood. Mountains were covered. The world outside was transformed into a vast sea. But inside the ark, Noah and his family were protected. The storm was terrifying. But Noah's journey was not over. The waters remained. Day after day, Noah waited. He could not simply leave. He had to trust God's timing. Inside the ark, his family waited patiently. Outside, the endless waters slowly began to fall. And eventually, the ark came to rest upon the mountains of Ararat. The great storm was over. But Noah still waited for God's command. After many days, Noah opened a window. 7 days later, Noah sent it out again. This time, something had changed. The dove returned carrying a fresh olive leaf in its beak. The waters were going down. The earth was beginning to live again. Then God spoke to Noah. "Come out of the ark." Noah opened the great wooden door. For the first time in many months, he stepped onto dry land. His family followed. The animals came out as well, spreading across the renewed earth. The air was fresh. The land was quiet. The storm had passed. Noah looked upon the world that God had preserved. And before doing anything else, Noah built an altar. He gave thanks for God's protection, and he gave thanks for a new beginning. A rainbow appeared across the sky. Noah and his family looked upward in wonder. The rainbow became a reminder of God's covenant. Noah obeyed God, and God kept his promise. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. Genesis chapter 6, verse 8. God keeps his promises.